guys and girls, and welcome to a new tutorial on my channel. Today I am going to show you how to install a selection of multiple, popular, programs at once. Very useful for, but not only, fresh Windows installations for example. For this I am going to show a website called Ninite. Enjoy! So for this, you will need to open up your default internet browser first. In this demonstration I will use Firefox, so I will open Firefox. Then type the website in the address bar. Type ninite.com, and hit enter, and the website should load. Alternatively you can search in Google for example, Ninite, and it should be the same website in the search results. Click on it and it should load, like before. Then, after the website has loaded, you will want to scroll a little bit down on it. Here you can see multiple categories of popular apps, which I am going to explain a little bit, so if you do not want to hear this part of the video, you can skip ahead. First, we have the web browser category, in which we have a selection of the most popular browsers right now, like Firefox, which we are using. Then, we have the messaging category, in which we have a selection of popular messaging apps, like Zoom and Discord. After that, we have the media category, in which we can find programs not only for listening and playing songs or videos, like VLC, but for modifying, like Audacity, editing, like Handbrake, and making music, and videos, compatible, like K-Lite codecs, and more. Then, we have the runtimes category, where we have a selection of popular programs, for making other programs, games etc. run properly, based on the fact that those programs, games etc. are created on a platform program, which, if it's not installed on the host computer, those programs won't run properly, or won't run at all. After that, we have the imaging category, where I find a selection of programs to open and edit photos, like GIMP, or Paint.net. Then, we have the documents section, where we find a selection of programs to open and edit different types of documents, like OpenOffice, or Foxit Reader. Then, we have the security section, where we can find a selection of popular antivirus programs, like Avira, or Malwarebytes. After that, we can find the compression section, where we can find a selection of popular archiver programs, to create and edit archives, like WinRAR, or 7-zip. After that, we have the file sharing section, where we can find programs for torrents. Then, we have the online storage category, where we can find a selection of popular programs for services for cloud storage, like Dropbox. Then, we have the utilities category, in which we can find a selection of programs for diverse util tasks, like TeamViewer for PC remote control, or IMGBurn for writing CDs and not only. After that, we have the developer tools sections, where we can find a series of programs for programming, like Notepad++, starting a file transfer protocol server, or FTP, like FileZilla and not only. Finally, we have the other section, where we can find diverse programs for diverse tasks, like Steam for playing Steam available games, or Google Earth, for accessing the service with the same name. Now, like the step on the website says, you can pick the apps you want to be installed, by checking the box beside each app you want, and you can do that by clicking it. I am going to select my most favorite apps, which I install on almost every new Windows installation that I perform, and which I find most useful for a plenty of situations. But of course, you can pick any app you want to install. Also, for your convenience, I will skip ahead this part, until I selected all the apps that I want. After you have selected the apps you want, you will need to scroll down a little further, and click on the Get Your Ninite button, as the website says also, which should open a new web page, which will prompt you to download a file. That file is the automatic installer for all the apps you have selected. You will need to click on Save File, or the equivalent option, and the file will automatically save in the Downloads folder, or will prompt you to choose the location where to save it to, and click the Save button. If the prompt for download does not appear, you have the option to retry the download, as the website says. Also, you can refresh the page, to see if it works. I clicked cancel on those prompts, because I have already downloaded the installer. You can also see here too the apps you have selected, and if you hover your mouse over them, you can see their respective names. Hover the mouse over the pictograms of the apps you have selected. Now you will need to go to the location where you have saved the file, and double-click on it. I can do this easily, by clicking on the Downloads icon in the upper right corner of the browser, after that clicking on the little folder icon beside the installer that you have just downloaded, and then double-clicking on the highlighted file. Alternatively, I can just click on the Downloads icon again, and just click once on the downloaded file. In both cases, the same prompt should appear. Now, you will need to click on Run, because this website and file are safe at the time of filming this video, and if another prompt appears, that wants you to allow the file to modify your device, or to run it as an administrator, with elevated privileges for short, you will need to click on Yes. Now, you will need to wait, until the automatic download and installation of the apps you have chosen are commencing. Try to not get a power shortage in that time, that may suddenly close your PC, or close the PC yourself, because that may cause data corruption on the hard disk or SSD. Also, if you have an older version of Windows, the file may not work if the right updates are not installed, because added security which is added in the installer in the moment of filming this clip. So make sure that you use Windows updates, to update your system to the latest version, which may include the function needed to run the file. Or download only that update, if the site helps you with that, which may do at the moment of filming this clip. Also, if you have more problems with the file, try to run the compatibility troubleshooter, or adjust the compatibility settings yourself, by right-clicking on the file, clicking Properties, clicking Compatibility, adjusting the settings, then clicking Apply and OK, or just OK, and then trying to open the file again. Again, for your convenience, I am going to skip ahead, until all of the selected apps are installed. After the installation is done, you will see more details about the applications, and their status of install. You can see those details in the time of installation too, by clicking the highlighted text Show Details, in the bottom left corner of the installer app. Also you can hide those details after you have shown them, by clicking the same highlighted text, which now reads Hide Details. If the installation went OK with all, you can click on the Close button. If not, you have the option to retry installing skipped apps, by clicking the highlighted text that reads that. Please note that already installed and updated to the latest version apps will also be skipped from installing, or to get some help about them, and about various different error messages that may occur during the installation, by clicking on the highlighted text that reads that. I will not do that right now personally, because for me, this installation went mostly okay. If you need any more help, or you would like to give an opinion about the site, you can click on the highlighted text Write Feedback in the installer, or you can come back to your browser, on the download page, and click the feedback button, and complete the steps there to write to the Ninite team. Then, you can click the close button, as I have said earlier. And that is all folks. Now you can minimize your browser, and see on desktop, the new shortcuts to the apps which have been successfully installed, and use them as you normally would. A couple of more worthy mentions, as the time of this video being recorded you can repeat the same process, or keep the installer that you have downloaded, if you want to update any app available. If you include in the installer, any app already installed, it will check for updates on it, and if there aren't any, it will skip it, as I have said earlier, and if they are, they should be automatically installed. The installer will install the apps without any toolbars, or additional apps that may come with the original installers of programs, which you would have to deselect. The installer default location would also be your system drive, in my case C. The installers downloaded with the method that I have shown you are free, but there exists a pro version of Ninite, for which you would have to sign up, which I have not tested. Overall, I think that this website is a nice tool to have, easy to use and configure, and shout out to the Ninite team for making and maintaining it. And I think that sums it up for today's video tutorial. If you disliked this video tutorial, you know what to do, but if you liked this video tutorial, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, turn on notifications, leave a comment, and I will maybe see you the next time. Bye.